Hi, this is eebtarot, 2 E's and a B tarot. I'll be reading for the sign of Cancer. I've already pre-shuffled the deck. This reading is timeless. Whatever comes out. Cancer, there is somebody on your mind, like in a major freaking way. But it looks like the actions that were taken, 9 of Wands. You have 9 of Wands, Judgment, the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, one more, Hierophant, yeah. So, you have somebody that you like for, like, you see them, you see yourselves together. This feels like a new person with the Page of Pentacles, but they bring that King of Cups energy, like you see long term with them. But I think that something about either what they did or a series of actions they didn't take has left you either questioning or creating separation, or the questioning caused you to create a separation or a distance from this person with the Wheel of Fortune to the King of Cups. High Priestess says it's just intuitively or based on past experiences you've healed from and grown from, that the Lovers is not just a card of soulmate, but also a choice, right? So you're finding yourself in a situation where even though this particular person can be romanticized in a certain light, you're choosing to keep cycles that have closed out closed and not encourage flights of fancy that just ultimately result in a 9 of Wands energy, which is going through the motions, but a lot of ups and downs and crisscrosses and applesauces and all type of different, you know what I mean? Turning you every which way but loose. Is this something on my card? Hold on. I don't know. Sorry, Cancer. This King of Cups, because of what just took place, may be giving you all a situation a once over, because technically what I'm seeing is from your viewpoint, but intuitively the interaction I just had with this card makes me feel like they're taking a second look at something. Like maybe there was a closing of a cycle for you, and this King of Cups is taking a second look at whatever that meant or what it means moving forward. Four of Pentacles to the Hierophant. either this person feels like a secure, stable partner, or they view you that way. Which is always a bonus, you know. You think it would be the standard, but it's a bonus. Somebody may have arm tattoos. I've never noticed on this card. There's like, I don't know, a little sketchy lines. For a second, I thought it was like something written on the arm, but it's just, you know, part of the illustration. So somebody might have tattoos on their arm. This looks like the female's arm, so it may be the female in the Cancer, whoever this is, dynamic. Switch the roles. It's not really gender, but maybe it's the person with the feminine energy. Nothing is probably coming out because I got caught up in that without really asking. Anything. Greater clarity for Cancer, confirmation, anything else? Advice. They're speaking to someone about you. This is either, Four of Wands just failed. This is either like a mother figure or like a female family member, or maybe there's somebody that could have been that King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune situation where, you know, they keep in contact with exes or something. And so that's one of the reasons you were closing out the King of Cups, because the King of Cups has a very welcoming, easygoing, not foolish, you know what I mean, but just, I don't know. They're the type of person that would maintain friendships with exes, that kind, you know what I mean? But this King of Cups, they're talking to somebody about you. Yeah, the Star. And it's they could also have air in their chart. Star is Aquarius energy, but they could be Gemini or Libra as well. This is either their mother that they're speaking to, like I said, or a female family member, or somebody that they entrust in, like, giving them sound perspective. And either the person they're speaking to or this person themselves think very highly of you with the Star card. They see you as different or balanced or somehow like connected to God or heavens or metaphysics, you know what I'm saying? Like very ethereal, very above, you know? Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Fool. This person, I think that if there was an ending with the Eight of Cups, that there's going to be a new sense of... Eight of Cups is moving on energy, but do you see how the person is like, they're not quite out that door. You know what I mean? And if this is a ending to and a transition, again, this is just confirmation of you, Cancer, sticking to whatever it was, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, Nine of Wands, that propelled you to what you believe. Okay, it might have looked good, but I know that it's not really what I would want long term for these particular reasons or circumstances. So I'm going to move on to better. There's energetically, there may be a pull for you. Eight of Cups, she's looking a little bit like she wants to turn around, but that may result in you turning to stone, Cancer. So it's best to look forward, which is the Fool, and that is the start of a new journey, a new cycle, and compliments of the Wheel of Fortune. Like closing and transitioning. And there's the Hierophant again. Again, this person or somebody may be in a position of authority, military background, law enforcement, or they're like in some sort of religious stature, like maybe they're a pastor or a preacher or a deacon, or you know what I'm saying, somebody, or a spiritualist, somebody who teaches yoga classes or something, you know what I mean, or maybe they're just teachers, but they're like that. People look to them for balance and structure or guidance, enlightenment, you know what I mean. What else? And there, these cards, like, okay, so yeah, there's yeah, the okay, so I'm pulling from the deck, right? So the Fool, it was the Fool, the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, stability, Page of Pentacles. This is this past thing that's coming back, and then the Knight of Cups underneath that. They're coming back, and it's going to require you, Cancer, to reflect and really allow yourself to see things for what they are. Now, is this a situation where these are the previous experiences repeating themselves? The best way for you to really assess that, Cancer, without spiraling into, I knew that was going to happen. I hope you guys can still hear me because my AirPod just died and I'm not sure if it's on my phone now or not. But you've been through the experience, right? Hierophant. That's, once again, you attracting the energy you attract. If this person is in this leadership position, or if it's you, you wouldn't be able to attract this person unless you yourself were in that energy, right? So it doesn't matter if it's them or you. Tapping into that understanding that if you are moving forward with an experience and they're the same parties, but there is an understanding of a different approach moving forward, and there is clear communication and accountability and consistency, or what have you, you know what I mean? Where you're not focused on the lack, the 3 cups that spill versus the 2 cups you have that you can take and move forward, right? Page of Swords. Don't let them just talk, whoever this is, male or female, don't let them just say all the good things, you know what I mean? They're also watching you, to be clear. If this is somebody where you had to distance yourself or create a boundary line, or you're not in communication at the moment, they are watching you, whether it's checking your social media or looking back over old text messages or something, you know what I'm saying? And you can feel it too. With underneath that is the High Priestess. You're kind of wondering, like, is it, when you're thinking about them, is this moments where, yes, they are, based on what I'm seeing here. Of course, this is a general reading, so you got to apply it to your specific situation. But if it resonates, then yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, so is what's happening, like so what? They're looking at you, they're talking to people about you, and they're reflecting on you, because even the King of Cups here, it feels like, even though he's floating down this little river, this lazy river, and kind of just very nonchalant, this person could be pretty nonchalant, just kind of goes with the flow, right? Which is also attractive to others, you know what I'm saying? They're also, that the eyes also kind of look off to the side in reflection. And I didn't even notice that there's like a little heart in the hat. What is that with the heart? Is it a fish? They also might be a Pisces. This looks like a fish, no? I never noticed that though. Can you see it? The heart, but reflecting on, I don't know, just reflecting. But Ada, when I was going through the deck, I was asking if, like, so what is this? So they're thinking on you, they're speaking to other people about you, they're looking into you. And the next card was Eight of Wands, meaning that the action is coming. The, where was it? The Knight of Cups, right? Taking that King of Cups and from the, I think I said at the beginning of the reading, this could also be air energy, taking it from that internal dialogue of just thinking on it to offering it in hand, right? Knight of Cups. And that Knight of Cups is heading in the same direction as that Eight of Wands. And the arrival is there, right? There may be something that they really don't want to talk about or discuss or address. But again, also be mindful of the fact that this is where the anxiousness, if it does exist for you, Cancer, might pop back up. And then I'm going to close the read now. Is if somebody is saying something and it's creating a physical reaction within you, like your body doesn't lie. Now, even though there are strategies and methods and tools and resources you can use to manage your overall emotional response to things, right, for the better, your body, those integral parts of you that literally are coded in your DNA for survival, right? Whether you're in a space of survival mode or not, just that's encoded in you. If those are activated in very familiar ways, then communication becomes necessary. And if this is a conversation that's been had already, then you have to ask yourself, are you willing to have this same conversation for an X amount of times for an X amount of years of your life? You know what I'm saying? So understand that the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is there for a reason. The Wheel of Fortune is there for a reason. The ability to walk away when you know that this is not something that is for my greater good. Parts of it may feel comfortable, but it's not for my greater good. And then you will act accordingly. You don't have to be afraid of it crossing your path again, because you know best course of action. You're not learning it for the first time. That doesn't mean you have to experience or endure it for another time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, but if the message is different and the vibe is different and there has been an ascension, an elevation, like I said, this King of Cups is reflecting. Now, I've seen no negative cards where it seems like it's a reflection on how to manipulate. But just have fun, do your due diligence, and if this is something you're open to, then proceed in your High Priestess energy while maintaining being the star that you are, you know? All right, that's your reading, Cancer. If it resonates, like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how it resonated. Until the next reading, be well, be blessed.